Welcome, Virgo, to your February chakra reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, as you can see, I've already pre-shuffled these because there's many of them. I don't want to sit here and shuffle these for you all day long. So, okay, friends, we have first card out. Most important chakra this month that's really coming to the surface is impasse, which is the orange chakra, which is the sacral chakra. This is talking about your deepest desires. This is talking about the primary needs of what you want, right? Represent your connections and relationships to your loved ones and the need to feel loved and accepted. Are you feeling like you need to change? What's done is done, right? This card can indicate the end of great emotional upset, choosing a new direction, or needing to choose a new direction. The power to change direction for the better support, okay? So you need to ask yourself when you're doing these, this is kind of like the self-reflection, and kind of like shadowing yourself, right? So you're kind of asking, how adaptable are you? What does this card reveal about your feelings and your reactions to any kind of delays that could be going on within your life? Do you need to regroup, refocus on a new path, protection from harm? Okay, but ask your guardian angels. Remember that they're always there to help you when you're at an impasse, okay? You're not alone. Okay, so really talking about that. Next card out is abundance, getting to that abundance. Okay, and this is talking about the red chakra, which is the base roots, getting back to the basics of yourself, talking about the primary needs of your own being, right? This is represented, remember, down below the spine, and of course the orange is just right underneath your belly button in your lower abdominal area. Okay, really getting those going. This root chakra that you have going on over here is talking about the abundance, and of course you're talking about the impasse. So it's talking about how safe do you feel about your abundance? Okay, do you feel well off? Is this where you want to be? Okay, is the abundance available to you at all times? You can, when you start manifesting the heart's desires, when you start using your conscious state of being, right, and remembering what abundance means. And that's kind of where you're kind of stuck at this impasse, is trying to get to this abundance, trying to get to where your heart's desire is. The heart chakra will always come into play, okay, in chakras, because it is the middle piece of everything that keeps everything going, right? So you have the wisdom over here. The wisdom is the knowing where you're going, knowing where you want to be. Am I in the right direction? I'm kind of stuck right now between these two roads. I kind of feel like, the scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz over here. Your arms are going this way. Which direction do I go? Feeling like maybe you should regroup to get to the abundance of things. Okay, regrouping, take action. So digging deep within yourself to get to higher self over here with the wisdom. The wisdom is going to be this intuition, and really using your intuition to figure out which way you need to go over here, Virgo. Oops, excuse me. Then you have the rat. Be true to yourself. The universe will reward you. Yes, you have to be true to yourself. And that's why, it feels like, well, the moon over here, it's kind of like you're going to do some shadow work. And really dig deep into your own self. And that's where it's right underneath the root chakra, which is the greatest place to be, right? And I love the green here too, because we were talking about that heart chakra. So really digging deep into what you want for yourself, making you feel like you're where you want to be, not for somebody else, but for yourself. This is conscious connections. Now, it was actually talking about that, wasn't it? Consciously knowing where you want to be. And with the orange chakra, the sacral chakra, it is talking about what you want. Orange is the want, the desire, the heart's desire, of the emotional state of what you want. So you have the conscious connections over here, which is calling for immediate relationships, not just with yourself, but maybe with other people or vice versa. However, it is also looks like it's shadowing itself again. We're getting a lot of shadow play over here with you, Virgo. You might need to do a lot of shadow work because we're once again getting that reflection of what is consciously known to you and subconsciously wanted. Okay, so says there is an opening for heart-to-heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship if you are willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you. Sometimes it's hard to bear the differences between one another. One person may be willing to live life in higher definition, while another might prefer to live it more voraciously, right? Going overboard. Okay, so if you've been asking for healing in your current friendships or other immediate relationships, know that this can happen through your willingness to express true feelings. That's what we're talking about, through everything, and allow the situation to either fall apart or come together. Now, that's where the impasse is coming through, right? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I allow this to fall apart or should I allow to continue on the same route that I'm on? So really, they're talking about the same thing. You're going to have to dig deep to really find the answers so that you can bring yourself to what you want. What is it you truly want? Right now, it feels like there's no satisfaction in what you're doing at this time, but it does look like you do want the love. There's no satisfaction in the love, in the friendship, in this communion. But it does feel like for a lot of you, you want, well, everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants the satisfaction. Everybody wants the love. Maybe deep down inside, you really want to continue with this love. Maybe deep down inside, you really love them, but you know you have to let them go, right? It's going to be a little different for everyone because it's not satisfactory. Maybe you know it'll never be satisfactory. Maybe you know, it's almost like you're battling between your heart and your mind. Right? And this is why you're like trapped at an impasse. Oh, which way do I go? Okay, let's get some cards over here, my friends. Once you figure out what you really need to do, it's going to balance your chakras. It's going to balance you out. It's going to revitalize you. And it'll give you that feeling, right, where you just let everything go because you know you did right. It's just getting to what's the answer. The answer, my friends, is really shadow work. You are Virgo, so you could do reflective work. For you, I would, you know, definitely reflection, go into hermit mode and really start thinking about the pros and cons of the relationship and start asking your questions like you would with shadow work. Because shadow work says, where am I going in life? What am I doing? Who am I? And why is this person so important to me? You know, asking those questions. And whatever the first thought is that comes to mind, you know that's right. Don't try to downplay it. Okay, you know that the first thing that comes to mind, that's the answer. So that's the, you know what I mean? Don't make up the answer, just whatever comes to mind, that's the answer, right? That's how it works. Okay. It's that honesty with yourself. Okay, so going to the abundance. Sorry guys, my cards are a little loud. They're like, as you can see, they're like brand new. So sorry if they're too loud. But we're going straight to the abundance, the wisdom, the conscious connections, and the rat over here. I know some of you wear headphones. It's going to be kind of loud. You do have the Five of Staffs. It's an internal battle. That's really what it is. It's the internal battle of what you really want versus how you think. It's like the want and the logical thinking. So you could say it's like the internal battle of your intuition versus logical thinking is really what it is, right? Mind over heart. and you know it, and you've been battling this because maybe for some of you, you know it's not a good thing to hold on to this person, but you love them so. Six of Cups is coming up upside down, needing the release, needing to know what is going on, having the feeling that maybe you are not where you're supposed to be. Wow. It's hard, right? It's a contemplation. Maybe you're being too strong-willed with yourself, holding too tight to something that's not good for you. Three of Staffs upside down. You don't see your ships coming in. There is a delay. And the delay is because you're not really 100% using the wisdom just yet, right? Because you're still stuck at the impasse. So Spirit says, nope. Yep. Page of Cups. Go ahead and start offering yourself that shadow mode. Go ahead and start offering yourself the things that you need for yourself. The Judgment coming out. That way you get to the truth of the matter. It's kind of like that saying, let the truth set you free. So going over here to the Wisdom, take action, the conscious connections, and the tarot itself. You know, Spirit is like, you really need to take action for yourself. Six of Coins, 10 of Staffs, King of Cups. You might be holding on to a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. And it does feel like, though, and not only that, but the King of Cups is coming up on the 10 of Cups upside down, where this is not satisfactory. So whether this is a true loved one, whatever your relationship is, it does feel like you're trying to keep yourself emotionally balanced, but they're not satisfactory for you. You know there's no satisfaction with this King of Cups. Wow. It's like you're so determined with the 10 of Staffs to continue to keep going strong. But it's almost like you know this King of Cups cannot keep you emotionally satisfied forever. It just feels back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But it does feel like you're trying to hold, it does. I'm just going to go with that one. Check out how it resonates. Some of you, I'm going to say, if you know that it emotionally does not fulfill you. It can only emotionally fulfill you for so long. Until it stops. Yeah, before it disappoints. Four of Cups upside down. Before it just starts up all over again. It could be this cycle. It feels like a cycle. And you know what you're supposed to do, Virgo. You know deep down inside that this person cannot keep you satisfied. You love them so, but they cannot. Even if it's a friendship, it's like we can only stay in emotional balance for so long before we start fighting, before we start arguing. And this friendship is very disappointing and it feels like there's a lot of arguing. Maybe it's a friendship that's been there for a long time. That's why you do not want to let it go, but it just feels, or relationship, love relationship, however it is, but it just, you know deep down inside you need to do something to get to your abundance. If you're holding on to a love, let's just put it this way, you might be missing an opportunity to find someone who's better for you because you're holding on to this. Maybe some of you even know that. Wow. Maybe some of you know that you've actually missed opportunities with someone else who wanted to take your hand, who wanted to give you love, and you threw it all away for this King of Cups who does not emotionally satisfy you, and you knew it. Yeah, Ace of Staffs is separation, back and forth behavior, the ending. I do believe that. I think some of you did. I think some of you had a missed opportunity with someone else because you were holding so tight to this. Maybe that's why. And maybe you know it. Oh my God. You're like, if I didn't give this King of Cups another chance, I could have totally had this one over here. I could have had this Leo, Aries, or this Sagittarius who really wanted to give me the world. But I didn't take it because I'm so in love with the King of Cups who cannot emotionally fulfill me. So, overall card. Overall card for the next thing, please. Queen of Swords. Wow. Oh my guys. It's open too much. Queen of Swords. Getting back to your comfort zone, getting back to your knowing, getting back to your knowledge, your truth. The Queen of Swords for me is a Gemini card. This is the communication of knowing, the communication with yourself, with others, and doing what you know is right for you. Really kind of standing your ground in your truth. Your truth could also be that you are in love with a Gemini, but you're holding tight to a King of Cups. Or your truth could be that you know this Gemini really likes you. It doesn't have to be a Gemini, of course. It could be another air sign, it could even be a Libra. But you know that you're holding so tight to this other person that you're allowing them to kind of shoot. They're not even in the back seat, you guys. Threw them in. You either threw them under the tires and ran them over, or they're in the trunk. Right? And for some of you, it even feels like you might kind of like hold kind of close to them, to this, or say this Gemini, but you can't really let them too close because you're so in love with the King of Cups. So it could even be like a person you just keep kind of at bay as a friend, but you know that they really truly love you. So it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but this is going to give you the Seven of Cups. It's going to offer you a new chance and a new opportunity towards the abundance that you're looking for. It's also, remember, with the impasse, it's going to allow you to now go in the direction that you need to go in, allowing you to have the power of direction of where you know this is the direction I'm supposed to go in. You will no longer be stuck. You will now feel like you are going in the direction that you are led to go in. This is where I'm supposed to go. So it's almost like you taking yourself to the place where you're supposed to be with the wisdom. It's not always easy. No. It always sounds easy in tarot. It always makes it sound like there's not a bumpy road. It always makes it sound like there's not going to be so much pain or this or that. It makes it sound so easy, and there's no such thing as easy. If anything, anytime that we're doing any kind of spiritual work or really digging deep within ourselves, there's always pain, because the pain always comes in. Because anytime you have to let go of something that you love or you feel that you need to do so, of course that pain comes up. You're going to have the memories, the love, all these things are going to come up. So no, I would never say it's easy. I would say, if anything, it's gosh darn hard. Gosh darn hard, for sure. So I want to make that clear to you. This is not just some, you just drop it like it's a bag of potatoes and everything's fine and I'm just going to move over there. That's not the way this works. It never does. So, like I said, tarot makes it sound that way, but that is not the truth. The truth is, it's hard, and you're going to battle yourself, because the reason you're going to battle is because you know as well as I do, Virgo, anytime you have to go into reflective mode, you are a Virgo. You do this a lot. You go into that reflective mode. It's a battle. It's a battle to get to the truth. That's why you kind of lock yourself away and you kind of do what you do to get deep into your emotions, a place of stability and truth. And sometimes darkness, right? Because you have to hit those inner, deep, dark pieces of yourself to make the light go off. And that's what's going to happen. And shadow work does the same thing. And in fact, shadow work is even going to be deeper than what you do. Because you're not going to just weigh pros and cons. You're going to actually dig deep within yourself, like you're looking at yourself in a mirror. And you're going to look at yourself and you're going to be like, what are you doing? Yeah, okay. First thought that comes up is like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And you know how that works. So, yeah. And you're just going to keep questioning yourself, and every question that comes up, you're going to say, shit, without denying it. Don't try to change the answers, right? It's not going to help. as I get older, it's like I like shadow work, but I don't, because then sometimes it even brings up the past, and it's like, if you didn't screw up here and you didn't screw up there, just think where you could be here and you could be there, and then it's like, right? Why does it do that? You know, I didn't want to bring up the whole dang past, but that's what it does, because the more you dig, the more deeper you're going. It's because it's the moon. It's a water sign, so of course it's going to really dig into your emotions. And I'm a Taurus, so I'm right there with you. We don't want to dig that deep, but we have to. It's just a good thing I have a lot of Cancer in my sign, because in my chart, because I'm telling you, if I didn't, it would be really hard. It would be even harder. So, okay, so that was it for you, my friends, and good luck with this. And you got this. You got this. Peace and love to you, my friends. Bye-bye.